Noblesville will have the basketball to start third quarter action. They trail it by 10. The winner moves on to the championship, gets the winner of Westfield and Carmel, which we will have for you after this one. Good look down low. Leland Brown struggled in the first half and continues to struggle as he's rejected. Gets it back, throws it up again, can't finish it. Rebound tapped up by Noblesville. Finally controlled by Hamilton Southeastern.
See, it's a situation like that I was talking about. You know, they had opportunities and don't do it. So a shout out to all the Klein Richards watching us tonight. Will's had a nice ball game. Everybody's happy and want to make sure the Klein Richard family gets represented tonight.
Very well done. 7.5 to play now. Goodness.
You know, he's only obviously going to get better and better.
Well, certainly needs to get bigger and stronger, and he'll do that.
Yeah, you wonder what adjustments Noblesville makes at halftime in terms of taking care of the switches that Hamilton Southeastern makes on their motion.
Well, while certainly there were adjustments to be made defensively, you can't really say that offensively, you know, the execution, not much wrong with it. They just can't finish.
And you're exactly right. Only turned it over 5 times that they didn't convert on.
Zach Starr picks up his second personal. Ball knocked loose on the floor, saved into the hands of Leland Brown. He doesn't want anything to do with it. They'll skip it across. Lively dials up 3.
He can knock him down. Big basket off the catch. Big basket to start. You get that immediate lift. You cut it to 7. Now you lock in and you start to defend it at this end.
Ryan Satterfield sets the offense in motion from the sidelines. Well, head and shoulders fake. Pass picked off by Noblesville. Now can you convert here? If you do, you're putting together a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Dynas with a basketball, looking baseline.
When you get runs started, too, by playing good, solid defense.
Leland Brown with a basketball. Again, he struggled offensively tonight. Has but 3 points. The older Ives spot up from 16. Dump it off down low and a push.
Toward Noblesville's way. I mean, you really get that feeling. You got him posted, got a guy on a hip, and just don't deliver it.
And there was no room to step to the basketball because he threw it out of bounds.
Right, it may be a better angle to get the pass, but if you're Brian Satterfield, your kids really need a basket. You know what I mean? I know it's still early, but you just need to get something going. You haven't been that impressive to this point, and there's your guy. I told you, earlier, Makalovich is a kid who oftentimes doesn't look for his own shot. He's got a beautiful stroke. He's knocked down 2 threes to this point.
And really widens out defensively and shuts Leland Brown off on that drive to the baseline.
Well, he's a smart player.
Lively dials up another deep 3. Knocked that one down. You better find him. He has 9 on 3 of 3 shooting from beyond the arc. 32-25 Royals, 5-minute mark.
They did a nice job of getting off the screen, almost a little stagger if it was. And just, again, Will Klein Richard a little bit slow to get out and get the hand up on the open 3. It always helps to answer a 3 with a 3. That's always a good thing.
No question.
That analogy for you football coaches, Mark, is that answer a score with a score.
With a score, that's right. How will you respond to their score? Another 3-pointer. And he got bumped on that. No call there.
I think he got hit. I think he shot the line drive and knocks it down.
Makalovich with 9. Oh, man. Back to a 10-point lead, 35-25. And that could start to wear on a team like Noblesville after a while.
Well, you're out there, you're battling, and you expend energy to get back in, and at some point, do you have enough?
We saw that happen with Chittard the other night. Got themselves in an 18-point hole, and by the time they got it down to 5, they were just about out of gas. Skip pass, almost thrown away. Under 4 to play in the quarter. Leland Brown thought about 3. Threw it off the heel of the rim, but there to clean up the weak side rebound is Andrew Lively, who's in double figures with 11. He's had a great quarter, has 8 points for his ball club in the quarter.
So we talked about it the other night, everything but. I mean, you're Hamilton Southeastern, you did what you needed to do. Quick 3, miss, no block out, Lively. Nobody touches him. He gets to the glass. To this point, in terms of the physicality of it, they've taken care of some things.
Westfield Carmel, game number 2. Got to let the Westfield head coach know that his former ball club, the Bruins, are trailing the Bulldogs 34-27 at halftime in the South Putt Sectional. Scramble for the loose ball. Noblesville comes up with it. Now a score here of some kind changes the complexion a bit.
Yeah, it gets interesting, without question. It gets interesting off
Wide
this
open
shot.
three,
Yep.
nothing but net.
Yep.
Yeri with 12, Lively with 11. Noblesville has pulled to within 5.
Well,
2.5 to play.
Noblesville's ramped it up defensively, Mark. I mean, make no mistake about it. That's where this thing has been turned around. They've done a much better job of defending, getting pressure on the ball, finding shooters, forcing the turnovers. Here's another one. If you're Hamilton Southeastern, though, right now, look at this.
That.
See?
Turnover into the hands of Yeri. Yeri throws it up off the glass. No, Leland Brown's follow won't go, but it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cameron Olson.
Of Hamilton Southeastern, in large part due to great defensive effort by Noblesville.
Deep three, no good. Noblesville chases it down, saves it back in bounds into the hands of Jake Yeri. Yeri in the corner. Dynas for 3, no, and a foul. He'll go to the line for 3.
Your players do not foul the jump shooter.
Free throw, no good, and he leaned in a little bit on that one. And he gave them a little bit of a boost. And what a great venue in which to host it.
Sleep is going to be entirely overrated for two of us.
4 points now for Dynas, and we have a 3-point ball game.
We got a game.
35-32 Noblesville after trailing by 10 at half.
Well, you want to have the ball in Gary Harris's hands if you're Hamilton Southeastern. You want to attack, but he's the guy you want to be able to work through.
Just not as much flow to the offense for Hamilton Southeastern,
no,
and I think you can thank the Noblesville defense for that.
Just
There's
like
another
this.
turnover.
Absolutely. They've been more energized. They look like they've really, really locked in, focused, know what they're doing.
We're tied. Jake Yeri with 15. 6 in the quarter to go along with 8 for Lively. They've combined for 14 to tie it at 35.
Well, we talked about finishing plays earlier and getting an effort, and certainly Noblesville has done it to this point. Another turnover.
Another turnover. That one went off the shin.
Bad call. You're kind of nervous because your team really hasn't gotten any flow at all offensively. They've had to work too hard. And get a big basket here by Jake Brown. That's a big hoop.
Strong move to the bucket.
Turn,
they
twist.
Needed that. 37-35, under a minute to play in the quarter.
But if you're also Hamilton Southeastern, you got to lock in and do a better job defensively. You have missed assignments on your switches. You've allowed people to be open. You've allowed them to get easy shots, easy looks without a hand. You've gotten out-hustled on the glass.
Again, a 12-point lead in the first half was 10 at halftime. It has evaporated. Tied moments ago, a bucket by Jake Brown to give Hamilton Southeastern the lead back. Noblesville content to let the clock run out, trailing by 2. Now they'll start the offense at about the 15-second mark. Dynas comes baseline right, knocked out of bounds, and Noblesville will start over with 7.9 seconds on the clock.
Andrew Lively coming off a screen, who's really been hot this half.
Lively threads it down low to Leland Brown, forces his way up in traffic and finishes it. He needed that.
Leland Brown did something he had trouble doing in the first half. That's finishing a play. This one
wide
good
open
if it
three.
Goes.
No, off the back of the iron. Boy, I'll tell you what. All the momentum Hamilton Southeastern had going into the intermission is gone. We will start all over again at square one when we come back